And it reminded me of the fact that I've just been away in Europe and Japan, and whilst I was away I had a man here at St Michael's standing in for me who was my assistant, how long ago? 20 years ago. So he's now a man of 45 years of age. But when he left me 20 years ago, he gave me a pad, one of those pads for your desk, to write on. I never used it because it had an expletive on it, you see. It said, you ready for this? It said, shit happens. So here is a very distinguished colleague from the American scene. I reminded him of it the other day when he was here. I said, do you remember the pad that you gave him? He said, it's true.
So since I don't have time to talk about my group, I just wanted to relate a little story that one gentleman in the group called David spoke about. And he was saying how there's always a different way to look at a situation. He was on the tram the other day, and the tram stopped very suddenly, and so people fell one on top of the other. They were sort of grabbing at one another for support, and some people were getting very angry at the others, and some people said, well, this was the best thing that's happened to me all week, to have that physical contact. So thank you, David, for that story. It reminds us that there are always two ways of looking at a situation. So today, just first, I wanted to have a think about what does it mean to be lighthearted. So that's where I started off in my speech. And when I looked it up in the dictionary, it said, well, it's not being burdened by trouble, worry, or care, being happy and carefree. And I think that, I guess most of us would agree that it's not really possible to go through life completely worry-free. Therefore, perhaps we could think of lightheartedness as an ability to keep our sense of humour in the face of adversity and to draw on our strengths and a positive mental attitude. And since life will inevitably throw challenging situations our way, having this ability to cope and still have room in our minds for happiness, for humour and lightheartedness really is crucial.
One more story. It's Sorry Day, and I don't know, I got caught up in the emotion of the day. I felt a little more I felt sorry. I felt compassionate. I felt, that stuff you say each Sunday, look out for others, don't think of yourself, give, be generous. And I had that in my heart, and I think it's because I was in the proxim of St Michael's, and I'm walking along Swanston Street, going off to the physio, and there's this young bloke in front of me, 8:30 in the morning, drinking a can of beer and having a cigarette. Would have loved it. And he wanted a conversation, and as I say, I was feeling generous. So when he turned around and said, what do you think the weather's going to do, I gave him a nursing report. I said, oh, you'll probably be pretty safe, there'll be a shower or two, but not this morning. If you've got an umbrella, you're well rugged up, you'll be okay. You off to the, and so it was that sort of thing. And you off to the Sorry broadcast in Fed Square. He said, no, I'm going to work. I looked down at the can of beer and I said, you're starting a bit strong, aren't you, mate? He said, do you want to see who I work with? And you know why I love that story? I love that story because we tear our hair out trying to teach teamwork and people to be nice to each other at work, and we're perhaps missing it. We should start with a tinny at 8:30.
That is what psychotherapy is about. Psychoanalysis is about getting the stuff that's been gobbled up or globbed up inside you for the last 40 years, is to bring it out. So all that past stuff has to come out. I'm seeing a young woman at the moment, and she says, the whole problem of my life is the way I was treated as a kid. So of course I might quite strongly say, how long are you going to live like that? Here you are now at 38 years of age, so it's all because of what happened to me as a kid. Will you still be doing that when you're 83? You might, unless you suddenly put yourself together and say, as it were, let me get this out. This past heavy stuff, this past toxic stuff, this past poison that's weighing me down all this time and making me unhappy, or I'm letting it make me unhappy. Let us externalize it. To do that, we need, as some of the groups have said, a mind focus. Where is your focus? The mind, if you're not careful, your mind simply focuses on the negative. The mind focuses on the past. The mind focuses on the burden. The mind focuses on the unhappiness. The mind focuses on what people have done to you. But supposing you say, wait a minute, lightheartedness entails changing your mind focus, to focus on something else. What will you focus on?